How are we doing? How's it going? Am I just like so far off screen? We're gonna try and make this slightly more. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's be 100% honest. The reason why I have the camera so skewed is because there's just a massive pile of clothes off in this corner that definitely needs to be dealt with, and I'll probably deal with it tonight or sometime soon, but like it's been constantly it's a constant issue for the past couple weeks, and we'll talk about it, but you're just gonna get a really Nugget, what are you? I'll be right back. I think my cat's chewing on something, so we'll go back to the starting student screen. It's fine. Okay, thank you for being cool about that. Here's a guilty boy. Here's a little guilty boy for your trouble. Nugget's just gonna be here for a little bit, I guess, because he was rude. So very rude. Oh no. My house is a mess. Just letting you know. My house is a mess. And we're trying. We are trying our absolute hardest to get through this together. Nugget's not really helping the situation, but he's cute, and I think that's enough. And now he's gone. He's finished. He's dipped out. He does not want to partake in my nonsense. Okay. How are we gonna get into this? Salutations, friends. Salutations, friends. My name is Brianna Sukiyama Bond, otherwise known as an ordinary scholar, and welcome to one of my progress report streams that I haven't done in a while. I basically use this to sit down, chat about life, and give you guys an update on where I am with a lot of my work projects, the writing, the YouTubes, all that. See, just close. Give you an update on where I am with those projects, because, you know, you're here for me, supporting me in a lot of these things, so I feel like I should let you know what's going on. First things first, house is a complete disaster. If you didn't know, I moved to Chicago from Hawaii, and that has been an extremely crazy process. And we recently got in our stuff from the move. It had like its own shipping container that we moved it in. That we finally were able to bring all that stuff in. But we don't have, like, the apartment itself didn't come with like cabinetry and a lot of storage, and we didn't have a lot of storage prior, so most things are just in bins and boxes right now, and they will probably stay in bins and boxes for a hot minute. But because, you know, we gotta eventually over time collect more um, collect some sort of and some degree of oh my god, everything's falling apart. Some degree of storage in our apartment, and audio's off in my apartment. In our apartment, yeah. That's the goal. That's gonna be an eventual thing, but for right now, it's not necessarily primary because I think top of our list at the moment is definitely gonna be winter clothes. Because again, we're coming from Hawaii, so we didn't really have winter clothes prior to this. I actually, fun fact, just got my winter coat that we got me today. That actually came in the mail today. But, so that's exciting. So we're getting there. Progress is being made on that front. But, yeah, preparing us to not die in the winter is definitely our priority at the moment, but we're gonna work on getting storage and stuff so we can actually fully unpack, which would, naturally is the goal when someone's moved. But yeah, but I think we've been in this place for, I want to say a couple months. We've been in the apartment for a couple months. And it's been really hard for me to get into a routine with work and with writing and stuff because my weekend job exhausts me. Like the hours I work for that job are ridiculous, and so I'm just so tired. I've also, until recently, not had a legitimate workspace. This is also not a legitimate workspace. For the record, this is my desk chair with one of those TV dinner tables, and I have a second monitor that's propped up on some more of these bins. So this is by far not a legitimate workspace, but it's definitely better than I had my lap desk that my husband got me for my birthday. Was it this year or last year? I want to say it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. He got that for my birthday. I had that, and I would have my laptop on that, and I was on the ground, and it was like there was no space to do anything. It was hard to even sit there. So it's definitely better now. Like it is something that is workable now, but previously I genuinely couldn't. I just couldn't do anything. It was so hard to like even exist in what little workspace I had made for myself. Now it's just, oh, I will never not be blown out. There's no real way for me to get a good camera angle and good lighting in this position because I don't want my desk in the middle of this room because I'm also probably going to do workouts and stuff in this room, and having the desk in the middle of the room would make it hard for me to do that. But there's just nowhere else for me to put the desk that we're going to be getting me. It's fun. I really just need ring lights. I don't have ring lights. My husband stole my ring light, so I need a ring light to make this work better. But until then, life is in shambles. Really been enjoying Twitter. I've been on Twitter, so if you have a Twitter, follow me at Firestorm2343. Check it out. I think I'm funny. I also do update over there. Usual Twitter stuff. Like I got tipsy and was writing last night. You'd see that update. I do like notify when videos and streams are happening, stuff like that. Check out my Twitter. Firestorm2343. Get to it. Although I think in sign language it's 2343. Kind of remember. My writing. Let's talk about my writing. I feel like I'm probably exactly the same place I was expecting to be in last time we had one of these streams, and that is that I'm hoping soon I will get to the stage of the book 3 in the Queen of Thieves series. Hopefully I'll get into the stage of beta reading very soon. And then book 4 of the Queen of Thieves series I've also been editing, and like accidentally ended up in an editing process with that book as well. Hopefully be able to also get into the stage, not betaing, but the stage of like getting notes from my husband on that book very soon as well. Yeah, I ended up, how did I end up editing that? I think I had originally wanted to, like, I had taken a very long time to get something for book 3. It honestly might have been edits from my husband on book 3, and that took so long, and I ended up being able to do a couple edits of book 4 whilst he was doing that, and because I was already in the middle of it, I continued, and now here we are. Chaos. In terms of writing new books, I like, because as you know, my process is write a book, type it up later, handwrite it, type it up later, and then take the typed version and then start editing it. But like, there's a decent chunk of time in between. So I currently have in the Queen of Thieves series 10 books out. Not out, but 10 books written, and 2 out. I desperately need book 3 to be out next year. I refuse to not have book 3 published next year. But like 2 published, like 2 very ready to go in terms of the publishing cycle. And I'm currently writing. I took a step away from the Queen of Thieves series for a moment because I really would like to get in the habit of also just pausing that series to talk about and write some other stories that I have, because I have so many stories that are within that series, within that universe, as well as outside of that. So currently writing a standalone. It's also been really hard to get into that because it's just so different. And I know, like, going into every book in the Queen of Thieves series, I know pretty much everything that I want to happen. I know the characters so well that it's so much easier for me to write one of those books and start off one of those books versus this book where I'm like starting from zero. And it, like, as well as having all of this situation where I'm having trouble with pretty much every other aspect of work and life at the moment. And so it's been hard for me to get into writing, but I'm like on the cusp of basically like the second part of this book. So really excited to get into the second part, which is going to be tons of fun. But so that's starting to get along a lot as well. That's starting to chug along. I also really, I know I've been saying I want a like e-ink writing tablet, and I still desperately want one of them. But what's cheaper is there's this stylus that's supposed to be really, really nice that it's $100, but I really want to get it, try it, use it with my current tablet, so that way I can still kind of get to the point of writing just on my tablet and having my tablet have like, and not necessarily have to have like 8 devices and whatnot in order to get my work done, and be able to write on my tablet and see how that feels. My biggest holdback with a e-ink tablet is there's this, if you've seen my video on the like Android note-taking apps, the thing that I really love about the Samsung Note app is the like magnifying box, and I've never seen an e-ink tablet have that kind of thing. I don't know how I'll feel about writing on it. We'll see what happens. That's gonna be so much further down the line, but yeah, the stylus is gonna be hopefully this year. That'd be great, because I get the feeling I might finish the notebook I've started this standalone in this year, and that might end up taking, in theory, 2 notebooks. So I'm hoping I'll finish this notebook and then be able to start this next chunk of it on my tablet. Next is some super exciting information. I have an email newsletter that should be linked down below. Let me double check and make sure it's linked down below. It's linked down below. So I have an email newsletter, and over there, I think the most exciting thing about the email newsletter is that I'm going to be doing episodic releases of my books prior to release. Currently, I am actually doing an episodic release of the only digital like copy of I Hear Color. So you can't get it digitally on Amazon or Kobo or anything like that, but you can get it digitally on uh, through my email newsletter. It links, all the links end up on Patreon. So if you already subscribe to my Patreon, you'll be able to see it there. But the plan is I'll release every week a chapter of the book, and along with some information about maybe some inspiration for the chapter. Usually it's like the email talks about the previous chapter, so you'll get to read it, think on it, and then get the next email the next week, and we'll kind of discuss it a little bit, But yeah, it's you'll get the email, and the email will have the information, some behind the scenes stuff about that chapter or the book overall and stuff like that. And for the I Hear Colors release, you will get the entire book completely for free. But when we start getting into, because I'm going to be doing this prior to releasing books with the books going forward, prior to publishing them. So the plan is we'll give out a decent chunk of it for free, so give you a little taste, but then there will be a cutoff point in which it will be exclusively for paid members of the Patreon at $5 a month over there. So that's super exciting. I'm really excited to do this just so that way we can, discuss the book and communicate more about the book. I can share more about the process with you guys, my ideas, stuff like that. It's great. It's great. Also, it's it feels like a way for me to be more involved with the community around the writing versus just putting out a book and just kind of bleh. Yeah. That's I have no other means of figuring out how to say that. I feel like this is a way I feel really excited about interacting with the book versus a lot of the other social media type stuff, It's also the only way I can think of that I would want to use an email newsletter. Moving on to YouTube stuff. So, my goal is to be, I believe it's just what we just call it. But my goal is to start putting my videos up on my Instagram accounts as well as on YouTube. Primarily as a diversification, what if one day YouTube just decides to kick me off or something kind of thing, then I still have a site that has all of my videos. I also will be downloading and keeping hold of all my videos so that way it's not just them. They don't control all of my work. My vlogs will be going up on the Firestorm2343 account. And my main channel videos are going to be going on a No Ordinary Scholar Instagram account. And with that, we're not going to be putting them more recent videos yet. We're going to start with the archives of the No Ordinary Scholar videos and go on from there. And it's going to be a lot because I think I have over 100 videos at this point, which is stupid to think about. In terms of where I am with the video making process, both channels have new season 4 trailers out. Both channels have some new banners and imaging and stuff. The banner of the No Ordinary Scholar account looks a lot more different than the one on the No Ordinary Vlogs account, but there's some different images in that photo reel that I have on the vlog channel. I have filmed for the main channel, I believe 3 videos. My goal had been to get a vlog out today and then get a main channel video out next week. And frankly, I've had so many road bumps at this point that because I was originally supposed to have it out yesterday. I was supposed to have it done Tuesday, up on Patreon. That didn't end up working out. I was supposed to finish it yesterday. Graphics took way too long. I was supposed to have it uploaded today. My DaVinci Resolve ended up just shutting down, so it didn't end up exporting my internet driver kept freaking the fuck out. I've had so many issues that we're just gonna push that to next week. I might also put the main channel video out next week. Hopefully I can get that edited and like pretty solidly ready to go. But I'm not sure I'm not 100% sure on where things are at, because like along with all of like this time stress and the home stress and stuff like that, I also barely feel like I see my husband. So if I get time to spend with him, I want to spend it with him. It's been rough. And then I also have been struggling with knowing when would be a good time to post videos, because I moved to the East Coast, or like closer that way. So my time zone isn't necessarily where it used to be. So I'm not sure if I need to wait until evening. I know Philip DeFranco usually posts his video at like 4 p.m. my time now. So maybe I should copy him or something like that. I don't know. We're not sure. We're not 100% sure on what to do, but we're thinking through things. In terms of the vlog channel, I have so much content filmed for that vlog channel. I have so much stuff filmed. It's just a matter of editing it all and time and stuff like that, because I have several vlogs from when we were staying somewhere else before we found this apartment. I have a couple vlogs of us setting like the first few things up in this apartment. I have so much filmed. I haven't been vlogging in a while because there's so much filmed. And like, granted, so much shit has happened. Like, I didn't film any of this, but I also have like probably 40 vlogs worth of filming done. So I just need to figure out where the hell I am with that before I want to get back into things. But I am trying to take clips here and there, so you can at least kind of see where the progress is being made. So it's not jump from like absolutely nothing in this apartment to fully furnished, you know? I want to make sure you're there. And as well, it's also taking longer because I want to get into story times, and I have several story times recorded as well that I want to be able to share with you guys eventually. I'm not 100% sure when that'll happen, but we're trying our best. Last couple things, music. I've been in a lot of emotional turmoil lately, and if you know that I used to write a lot of poetry. I have the Color Black, the poetry collection out. I do have another poetry collection in the works, but I don't know. I've been slightly drawn to music at the moment. It is definitely not something I'm taking super seriously. I also love music. I am in an emotional point in which poetry is kind of a good outlet for me, and so why not like mess around with the two? Again, not taking it super seriously, but like if I do put something out, it'd be nice if y'all listened. And that is also taking up my time because that is kind of just a necessary source of emotional relief at the moment. So I definitely need to do this for myself and for my like health. And I honestly, the moment I did start working on that, I did feel a lot more energy in me to do all of my other works come in. It's not unheard of. And like, I've definitely heard people who are like, I want to try out these different experiences, and those will help me refill my creative juices for all of my other work. I was actually just watching a GT live stream where they were talking about how like experiencing new things and learning new skills and stuff like that slows down your perceived flow of time, so that way it makes you feel like you've got a like longer, fuller life. And so I'm helping both of us out. Don't sass me. Last thing we gotta go through. Reading. Frankly, reading and reading streams are literally the only things that have stayed 10/10 this whole time. Like, my reading streams have really not gone, I've pretty consistently streamed. I just need blinds. I need blinds so I can close all the windows everywhere and not have this. But then, it's ridiculous. But My reading streams have been doing great, but you know, and part of me is like, I don't necessarily. They might become like an every other week thing, mostly so because I have been reading a lot slower while I have been trying to do some of my other work during my breaks at my weekend job. But I think that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. So yeah, reading streams might become slightly like more every other week thing, which is what they originally were, so it should be fine. Everyone will be happy. The books that I am doing next week when we stream, we're going to be talking about the we're going to do the reading wrap up for quarter 3, talk about the books I've read so far, how I felt about them, stuff like that. Next, I'm sorry, I do know that I do need to put up my book notes. That is also going to be a bit of a process, but I will make sure to get it done by the end of next week. I promise. Cross fingers. We're going to try my hardest. Okay. Currently, I am reading Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee. Reading Air book, so I should finish it this. I should definitely have it finished in time to read, to do a stream 2 weeks from now. Let's say that I should have it finished within the next 2 weeks. I'm more than halfway through this book, so I don't expect it to take me more than 2 weeks to finish it. In other books, we're gonna be reading Peonies and Poison, which is the 4th book in the Diana Flowers series. I know, I'm so sad that it's ending, but we gotta do it. We gotta do it, man. After that, I'm going to be reading this book called Tether Spirits by T.A. Hernandez. So this book is going to be an advanced reader copy that I'm going to receive. And how I want to do it is I would ideally, it's hard because ideally I would like it if I finish it just in time to do a stream. I believe December 9th is going to be that Wednesday, because the book releases December 14th. That doesn't make it a Wednesday, is it? No, that's 7 days. Yeah, the book releases December 14th, so I would like to read and do my review December 9th. If not, like if I finish it prior, then I will. If I finish it prior, because I do think I gave myself some extra time with that. This one. I do believe I gave myself some extra time with that one, yeah. So if I finish it prior, then I'll probably record my instead of streaming, I'll record my review. Probably won't edit it because I'm awesome like that. And then we'll just release it that day is supposed to go up, so that way I don't want to spoil the things in the book super early because it's not out yet, and so I don't want to spoil things in the book super early, but would like to, get some hype in for them to get some pre-orders. That would also be nice. So Tethered Spirits by T.A. Hernandez. Then we're doing Reaper of Souls. That's the sequel to Kingdom of Souls, which I loved so much. Can't wait to read that. And then Dance of the Burning Sea, which I think is out already. Where's do I have it on Kindle? I'm gonna look really quick, because I know I pre-ordered it ages ago. Like, as soon as I finished the first book in the series, I pre-ordered the second one, but like, did the second one ever come out? These are really things I should keep track of because it's money, but doing it it's not out yet. Is it they didn't delete the book. This isn't the second time someone's deleted a book I've pre-ordered, is it? This is just my luck? Is it gonna be my luck? Do I have Amazon on this device? Ugh, hold on. I have to make sure now, because I've already had one book flake on me while I was waiting for the pre-order. I could have sworn it came out this month. I thought it was early in the month, but I guess not? Hold on. Nope, it's in Kindle store. October 19th. Heard. Well, I will for sure. It'll for sure be out before I try to read it. That's fine. Okay. But yeah, Dance of the Burning Sea will be what I read after that, and that's probably going to be the last thing I read for the year. Then we'll do our quarter four wrap up, and then we'll do our 2021 like top 10 books of the year. Still, part of me wants to do like a worst 10 books, but maybe I won't do that as a full video. Maybe I'll do that as like a TikTok or something. Cause I read some rough ones. But that's the plan for right now. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. I'm going to take a quick break. Maybe take like a 30-minute nap, because I'm exhausted, and then get back to it, man. Gotta get back to it. That's all we can do. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, valedictions, friends.